My research suggested that across Asia, the average international annual school fees were around 20,000 to 30,000 US dollars. The best schools were much higher. Of course, there are other costs too. I will admit that I did for a moment wonder if I could meet that level of commitment. But as the numbers were beginning to sink in, I reminded myself why it was important to me. I wanted Rachel to have better choices, smaller class sizes, quality teachers, and of course, extracurricular options. So I worked through a 5-point plan. It really helped me to thoroughly plan for Rachel's education. Let me share this with you now so that you can use this with your customers too, if you choose to. There are 5 principles to my plan. Number 1, start saving early. Number 2, set your goal. Number 3, create a savings plan. Number 4, track progress. Number 5, adjust the goal regularly. To help you, there's a toolkit available to accompany this video. Pause the video here until you have downloaded a copy, ready to make notes on. Let me explain this so you can impress your customers with your understanding around the decisions they face. Using this information will show empathy for your customers. This is without a doubt the most critical. As soon as you become parents, it's time to start planning. The concept is simple. The longer we have to save, the stronger the growth and outcome will be. Treat it as your duty of care to prompt your customers to think about this when they become parents. To set a goal, your customer needs to think about 2 really important dimensions. Number 1, what type of school and education do they want their child to have? And number 2, what are the likely costs? I had no idea what Rachel would choose for her career, but I wanted to be ready to support her dreams. I found some great websites online and I've shared some suggestions in the toolkit. It's important to get different views from multiple sources. These websites have a whole range of information, including likely fees and costs. It's important to think about all of the potential costs. These could include tuition fees, accommodation fees, travel costs, and resources. There's a handy calculator in the toolkit. Using various resources, I was able to answer both of the goal questions and get a much more informed idea, even in the early years, of what I would need to plan for. This is much more familiar territory for us. But what do we need to know to help the customer? There are 4 vital pieces of information we need to know to help them. Number 1, what are the estimated future costs? Well, this should include inflation. Number 2, what age is the child now? And number 3, what year is the education needed for? This enables us to calculate the saving period. And finally, number 4, the customer's risk appetite to help select suitable funds. This is now a complicated calculation and not something we can easily do in our heads. Many bank assurers will have an estimator tool to help you. Ask your manager if you are unsure. Steps 4 and 5 are very straightforward. Step 4. We should always encourage our customers to regularly review the performance and value of their investment. Step 5. Reevaluating cost assumptions. As Rachel grew up, I understood her dreams. This enabled me to adjust the savings plan to ensure that I was on track